are you doing? Keeping busy?
I am. Yeah. I am happy to say I executed 3 contracts in the last 24 hours.
Oh my gosh, you are just straight up crushing it. Like, oh wait, right?
I mean, it feels really, really good, but I also know that, this has been time coming because this isn't just like overnight, right?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I
So,
just well, today in Florida they had announced that oh nice. That drink looks delicious.
oh, it is.
um they announced that we have to stay at home starting I think Friday at midnight.
Oh, really?
So we're shutting down, girl.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, I know that you're probably getting after everything that you can in the meantime so that
Yeah.
you can do as much virtually.
Yeah, it's all out of our control, right? So we just have to roll with it, and things will get back to normal, and then I'll just get the ball rolling. I'm just honestly the only thing is I'm thinking like I hope that we get to go out and things go back to normal within like 6 months because I know it's going to be longer than we're expecting. But I'm like, as long as it's in 6 months, I think I will be like super happy.
Okay, 6 months is a little crazy for me. I need you to pipe down there. I'm thinking like
Bro, I
one
think we're
month.
going to be locked down for a while.
I don't know. For anybody that's on the call in Texas, work still considered essential. So we are, yep. I know I see you nodding because, we're still able to get
Yeah.
out and still do our day to day, obviously with as much precaution as possible.
Yeah. Gosh, when I went to the store yesterday, everybody was wearing gloves and so many people were wearing masks. I was like, wow, this is like, it's so crazy, isn't it? I haven't been like going to the store or anything. So I was just like shocked to go and I was like, holy shit. It's
Yeah.
just weird.
Yeah, it is really weird. I went today to go show a house and I brought out my wipes and I
Yeah.
said to my client who I just met for the first time and I said, you and your family doing good? She's like, yes. Where did you get those Clorox wipes? We need some. And I was like,
Oh,
take it. I was like, you can have it. And I have like 4 more here at the house because we always go to Sam's Club. So
oh my gosh. That's so funny. I reached out to my friend who owns a hardware store here, and I was like, "Hey, you got any Clorox wipes? Like, are you gonna be ordering more? Like, can I get the hookup or something?" And he was like, "Oh, I hid a couple like for the actual store," and he was like, "If you need like one or two, like I'm happy to give them to you." I was like, "Yeah," and I went up there to go pick up Clorox wipes, and he just brought them out to my car,
slanging Clorox.
and I was just like,
Like,
"Thanks." I can't believe I drove all the way over here just to get this, but I wiped down all my stuff. Like when I get it from the store, like I wipe down everything so that it's disinfected, right?
I got home from the store the other day and Nick was like, give me your ring. And I was like, no.
Oh, to like wipe it down?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
like,
I got some questions, I think, on my Instagram.
awesome. So this is Q&A, guys. So put your questions in the chat box, unmute yourself, ask us whatever it is going on. I know there's a lot of questions about like, who are you calling? Who are you contacting? How are you holding virtual appointments? How are you getting people under contracts? So the
Someone
COVID
just
people.
messaged me and said that I have a closing with in 15 days and asked, this shouldn't affect our closing during the shutdown, right? I sure hope not. But it's just like, I'm just telling people, like, all I know is like today. And I'm hopeful and I'm going to keep pushing forward. But obviously, if banks stop funding or title companies, whatever, like, it's just really scary and like so many unknowns. But I'm just trying to be like, when I'm having these conversations with people, just as positive as possible and as if I'm still moving forward and no one has shut down yet. Title companies are still doing their closings, right? I think everywhere, and only like a couple of big banks have decided that they're not going to fund mortgages. But as of right now. But a lot of my closings are the end of April, and it's just like, shoot, so much has happened in the last 3 weeks. Like, who knows, another 4 weeks, right?
Yep. So my number one goal for all of my under contracts right now is to get them moved up. And every single person has said, yes, we close April 15th. Let's move it to April 10th. Let's move to April 5th. Let's move to April 1st. And that's as soon as, I felt that there was a scare going on, that was immediately what I did. And I have 9 pending. I've had 3 of them move it up immediately, and I'm working on the 2 others that are contingent, and they're one is a build. So I'm trying to do everything that I can, but that's my number one goal right now is
Move them up.
Let's move the closing up. Yes, same here. So a lot of title companies are moving to mobile notaries here in San Antonio. Yep, here in Arlington, Texas too. So it's awesome because they have to do somewhat of a training, but so many of them got on it immediately. So if you're a KW agent here on the call, so 2 things. Keller Mortgage, they're now doing mobile notary, or they're allowing, because sometimes it's the title companies will allow it, but the lender won't.
Yeah.
And so it's a catch-22, and you're like, well, son of a gun, we got to get both of them to say yes. So Keller Mortgage has agreed, if you're a KW agent and haven't worked with KW before, or Keller Mortgage before, try them out. I've closed so many deals with them. So they're rolling over to allowing virtual closings. And then so is our preferred title company, which is First American. So if that's something that you can take advantage of, do it. They can close on their own laptop. They show their ID, and, it happens really smoothly. So, we're making sure that buyers are still able to close, sellers are still able to close, and, making this very seamless for both parties.
I am so excited because I finally hired a transaction coordinator. I am like, it's like the biggest weight has been lifted off of my shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, why did I not do this sooner? I've been like in over my head because, I just switched, and I'm like, I have no idea how they do things over here. It's so different. And I'm like, I was already so bad at paperwork. I told you, like, I don't get paid till like weeks after closing. Like, I'm so bad. And now, like, switching over, and I'm even worse now. I'm like, I got to bring somebody on. This is ridiculous.
Girl, I don't know why you haven't done it sooner, but congrats. Yeah, that's a huge step.
She's been, she like emailed everybody today, and the emails were just so nice, detailed, laid out, all the dates. And I'm like, this is way better than what I do. Like, I feel like my customers are like, they have a good experience with me. I swear I get a lot of referrals, but I just feel like they're going to get an even better experience. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. So I haven't seen any questions come through. I've seen some comments though.
No.
But one thing that I do want to, so a lot of Nick and I are currently under contract right now. We're closing in May on our new home. And the appraisal was ordered Friday. It already came back. They did a virtual appraisal. So they did a drive-by.
What?
They did a drive-by appraisal.
This is so funny.
And so,
I mean, really, you just need the photos. All the stats are online. The permits are online.
I mean, hold on here. Remember that some agents aren't created, I should say all agents aren't created equal. And
did you do a video?
I'm sure, well, no, but I'm just saying, I'm sure that you guys have seen, super pretty pictures on a not so pretty property, and then vice versa, crappy photos on a beautiful property. And I just feel like there's so much room for error. However, ours ended up being just fine. We appraised much higher than what we're under contract for, which is great. It's because there was clearly a bulldog negotiator in the corner.
Yeah, you are a pit bull.
Just kidding. But I mean, is anybody else experiencing that in their market where they've heard about a drive-by appraisal?
No, I've heard drive-by or drive-up closings. Like, they're just signing like through the window in their car.
Yeah. Okay, so I got a message here. How can an agent who works full time and does real estate part time eventually transition to full time? What advice would you give on how to obtain more sales doing it part time? That's
Double
a
down.
really great question. I'm so glad that you answered that because I feel like most people didn't just jump into real estate from day one and just hit the ground running and just crushed it, right? It's
Yeah.
not normally how that goes because it's a change, right? It's a change in a career. I would say having conversations with every single person that you come in contact with to say, "Hey, I'm a real estate professional here in Dallas Fort Worth, and I'm on a mission to help as many buyers and sellers, investors as much as possible this year. And I was just wondering, how can I help you with your real estate goals?" And if they say, "No, I don't have any," or anything like that, it's okay. Well, who do you know that has home ownership, buying, selling, investing this year that I can help? And it's just continuously staying in front of people to ask them, how can I help you? What can I do to help?
Yeah.
And anybody else that's on this call, feel free to chime in. I mean, I think at one point, most of us have been in a position where we started part time, then we went into full time, and there's a transition period, right? So it's save money, be prepared, and then have as many conversations about real estate as possible. What else do you guys got?
That really is my plan. Once things slow down, because I know it's going to happen, like it's been so crazy, hectic, busy for me, but I know that the time is coming where I'm going to be twiddling my thumbs and we may not have closings. I don't know. But my plan is I am just going to provide so much value to my leads that I have, to my friends. I'm going to make videos. I mean, I already make a weekly video that goes out to everybody, but I'm going to make more videos. I'm going to provide more information to them. I'm just going to keep checking in with them, see what I can do to help, and just, hey, let's prepare you for when this is over. And even if you're not ready right away, but maybe your home goal is a year or 2 years from now, I want to be that person. And that's what I plan on doing, because whenever this is over and the time comes, I want them to think of me. And I'm going to double down on that. I'm going to message everybody: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, all the people in my database. I mean, I think that I'm going to end up having a lot of time on my hands. So that's my plan. Like, we might not have closings for a while, and that's okay. And that's just where I'm going to show up. I'm not just going to survive through all of this. Like, I feel as though I'm going to look back on 2020 and be like, yeah, I thrived. That's when I hired a transaction coordinator. That's when I doubled down on my business. And, things have kind of been a blur because I've been so busy. But now I'm going to be able to, like, focus. I'm going to be able to read more. I'm going to get my expenses in order. I'm going to eliminate things that I don't need. And I think that I'm going to look back and be like, it was a tough mental time, but I just thrived, and it ended up making me a better real estate agent.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, I've read more, I've exercised more, I've gone out and taken the dogs on walks more during this time. And so there is something to be said about, you know, taking ourselves and getting, back to basics, grounding ourselves more. I think that there's a lot to be said about that. And I feel like everybody is kind of feeling that. Like, we can't go out in public as much. Even some people are like, man, I can't even get into our local parks anymore. Like, so I got to do what I can around the house, around my area. Um, yeah. So I definitely agree with that. I saw a comment here. I feel like my pipeline is drying up now with all of that is going on. I'm wondering, what are your thoughts on doing prospecting calls? Is it insensitive right now? So I don't think so at all. And Braden asked this, and Braden knows me pretty well to know that I am a individual who is not afraid to pick up the phone and make cold calls. And if you have ever doubted it before, this is the time to do it, because not a lot of people are doing it. And so today we had over 500 expireds that came onto the MLS. And guess what? I called through a number of them, and not one of them mentioned the craziness of going on. They wanted
Wow.
to know my opinion on it. They just said, are people really buying or selling? And it was just more of a conversation like, yeah, it is a little bit of a crazy time, but you still had motivation 6 months ago when your home was previously listed. What was that motivation? And it's just conversations. Did I set an appointment today? No, but did I have some great conversations that led to some handwritten note cards to connect us even more? Yeah. It's not about the now business, I don't think. I think it's about forming these relationships now and, being there. Some people are genuinely like, just like your military family recently, Stevie, like some people need to put their home on the market right now, this second. Some buyers need to buy right now, this second. And so meet those leads, future clients, meet them on the level that they're at. But I would very much say, do not be afraid to cold call right now. So many people are home, they're answering their phones. They're bored out of their mind. They don't know what's going on. So
Someone
just
called
even
me right now, I'd be like, "Hey, girl, how's it going? How's your
you're
day?
like,
How's it over there?"
and if you guys don't know, Stevie does not like having phone calls. She's like, can you just voice message me? Like, I know
Oh
Stevie.
yeah.
So the fact that she would answer her phone right now just to have some sort of human interaction, I think that it goes a long way. So I would say go out and cold call. You can find free for sale by owners through Zillow. You can find expireds through your MLS and then looking their numbers up through fastpeoplesearch.com, going through super old leads. Take advantage right now of looking up YouTube videos on how to run internet advertisements. Go to Facebook and go to your buy sell trade groups, your, city talk groups, whatever. Go on there and just strike up conversations with people. So those are just some free ways to do it, and just to get people added into your database.
Okay, calling my leads and not getting any responses. What are you ladies doing to stay busy? Well, I haven't really had time to be chilling yet. I've been busy, but I think not getting a lot of responses. So I had somebody reach out before and say kind of like something similar to that. And I had mentioned, well, what is it that you're saying to them? Because people that I'm reaching out to, I'm just like, hey, how are you doing? So of course they're going to respond to that. They're not going to ignore you. And they're going to tell you, people love to talk about themselves. How are you doing? How is your husband? How's your kids? You're probably homeschooling, right? I've been hearing, my teacher friends saying that things aren't going well, and just asking them how they're doing, referencing their family. And I feel like that's really how the conversation should be. Not, are you ready to buy or sell right now? If they express that to you, that they are ready to buy or sell, well, then I think that's a great way for you to provide value on why it is still a good time to buy and sell. But if, some conversations, if they're not responding, I think that you need to gear towards your conversation to just, how are you doing? Is there anything I can do for you? Do you want me to set you up to receive, tips on buying for when this is over? I don't know. Like, just show up and providing value and being yourself. Like, how would you message your best friend right now? Like, I really treat everyone as my friend. Like, hey girl, how's it going? You doing all right?
Yeah, for sure. And I think I honestly don't think that much of the conversation has changed. In my opinion, it's always,
Yeah.
you guys know that I'm a very huge believer in asking powerful questions. And so if you were to sit down right now and just list out 10, 12 questions that if you were to pick up the phone and call somebody and ask them those, you're going to find so much clarity in what they're needing, what they're lacking, and what they're looking for. If they ask about the real estate market, great.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I am still bringing up real estate in all my conversations, which is, it's a little bit different how Stevie and I work it, but we also, just because we have different approaches to our business doesn't mean that, you know, one is right or wrong. But even just to say, I've had so many people asking me about the real estate market. Do you have any questions about it? You know, while you got me on the phone,
Yeah.
you
That's a
know,
really good way to word it. Like, I really like that. And I hope people write that down,
yeah,
because that's just a normal non-salesy way. And I
yeah,
really love Ricky Caruth. And if you've not heard of him, you got to check him out, because he has YouTube videos that he uploads every single day and has so much free content out there. And I honestly, I feel like that really helped my business, was the way that he approaches conversations, because I was following these other agents, watching all their videos and watching their live calls to hear their real life conversations. And they were kind of salesy, and they would go for it, and they would, made sure that they closed that deal. And to me, we're all so different, right? And I just feel as though that is not my personality. Maybe that's yours, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I really resonated with him, because he calls his sphere, he calls past customers, he circles prospects and talks to people that have no idea who he is. And he just says, hey, I'm Ricky Caruth. I'm in real estate. What can I do to help you? And he's just there to like provide value and come from a place of service. And with me, that has totally resonated. And that's what I just build every conversation off of. It's just like, how are you doing? How's the weather? What can I do to help you? And I love that so much.
yeah, for sure. And anybody that's on this call, somebody that does that really great is Jamie. Jamie is, yeah, hi, Jamie. Jamie is really great at building, just like Stevie said, like having those authentic conversations with business owners, local business owners. And she's just absolutely crushing it when it comes to, she moved to a new town recently. She's gone in. Obviously, there's not a lot of businesses that are open, but so two things. She's going to those businesses that are open, and she's, just showing love to them and then creating videos on them. And something that she did recently was she created, and if you're in North Carolina, you can't do this because Jamie's already claimed territory there, but so she created a Facebook group that is basically pick up curbside delivery in the triangle of North Carolina. I'm learning it, Jamie.
Holly Springs?
But she did this where...
Am I wrong?
No, you're right. I live in Holly Springs, but the whole greater part of Raleigh, it's called the Triangle. So yeah, you're on point. You got it, Amanda.
Yeah.
You're both right.
So she created this Facebook group, and then all of a sudden, like, she started inviting and tagging people and local business owners, and then their pages were, she was sharing content from those local business owners' pages. And, she's forming a community right now of local business owners who just are feeding off of each other, like literally feeding because it's food. And they're just having like, it's just so much success that she's having. And then guess what? When this dies down in a month, Stevie, not 6 months, a month.
I hope you're right. Please. I hope you are, Amanda. I will be so happy you're right.
I'm like 1 month, girlfriend, not 6.
I will be so happy.
But when this dies down in a month, in the next 30 days, okay, she's going to still have an opportunity to reach out to these business owners and to these local individuals to say, hey, thanks so much for, working together as a community and making sure that our small businesses thrive together. I'm a local real estate agent. If I can ever serve you in the future again, please let me know. Like, how simple is that conversation to have? That's so powerful. And so I love that what she's doing. And like Stevie said, it's more of a passive in a good sense. I don't mean that like negatively, in a passive way to say, how is this affecting you, your business, your family? How can I provide value to make this more for you guys? So,
yeah, and what a great way to show up for free for you on social media. I mean, I'm all about social media. So for you to be able to reach out to other business owners and be like, hey, what can I do to help you? Can I share your posts, that you just made on my social media? And it doesn't matter. They do not care how many followers you have. I think it means so much the fact that you asked and you were willing to share. If someone came to me and was like, Stevie, what can I do to help you? Can I share your recent post? I would not be looking at how many followers they had or friends. I would be like, oh my God, yes, thank you so much. That means so much to me. And that just makes you want to do something for them back, doesn't it? I mean, it's something free and so little and easy to do, right? And it just kind of means a lot. So
absolutely.
I think reach out to other business owners that, other restaurants, all your friends have side hustles. Everyone has got something going on in their life right now where they're struggling in their business, and be able to share that. What can we do to help?
So I saw, I'm doing more videos on social media. Where are some great video topics right now? I would say there's so many great topics. It's interest rates, if you're talking about like right now with coronavirus going on, yes, you could talk about how it's affecting the market. You could talk about the last month of real estate stats. I posted a video today, and it was within the last 24 hours, this, and this, and it was new listings on the market, under contracts, and solds. And the amount of responses and engagement that I got from that, because there were so many solds in the last 24 hours, that was incredible. You could talk about interest rates. You can talk about why you should want to do a USDA loan right now because it's 0 down. You can target your veterans. I mean, in my opinion, there's just a lot of video content that you can be creating, whether it's right now in the business or like in the future. Remember, like, YouTube is free. These videos will live there forever. Like, it's just
I saw a really good video on this from another agent in my brokerage, and she made a video about things you can do while you're quarantined if you have any interest in selling your house in the next year, even. Mm-hmm. Just small little projects that you can do with stuff you already have at home, so that when you're ready to go later, you're ready to go. And it was super helpful.
Yeah.
I love that.
I bet there was an article online that she probably just referenced, because I feel like every topic you can Google and there's going to be so many articles on that topic already. And I love what Jamie had said about posting things that are non-real estate related. I know I saw that she posted a video of like how to set up your home office, since a lot of people are working from home and they're just not used to that. And anyone I've spoken to that is so used to an office, they're like, I'm getting so distracted, I'm not getting any work done. So I think us showing up with non-real estate related videos can be really beneficial too. Like, what books are you reading? What are you doing to keep busy? I'm gonna start cooking and sharing like cooking things and recipes. And I shared 2 things last night, and I had so much engagement that I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna keep doing this. Because people want to see food, and they've never like seen me post stuff like that before, I feel like. So the engagement was awesome. And I think just finding, but really sharing things that you enjoy, that you're doing. There's so many things. I feel like people have they say they have no idea what to share, but yet we do so much throughout the day, and it's like, share those things.
Yeah, for sure. So I wanted to call out Brayden. She created a group in her area, and it's been a great way to support the local restaurants and their staff. I haven't had a chance to connect with you, Brayden. Share, please. What are you doing that you're finding success and finding, just contributing value to people and their businesses? Because, more tips, the better.
So I just basically did the same thing that Jamie did. I did a Phoenix curbside restaurants group, and I think I added like all the people that I knew that were in my area, local, on Facebook. I invited them to join the group, and then within like the first week, it grew to like 2,000 people, and a ton of them were restaurant owners. and then people who are just looking for food, and it's just been growing like crazy. I've had so many owners of restaurants like just add me on Facebook, message me, like ask me if it's okay to post something or share something. So it was, really just something I wasn't even, thinking about like really it being that big so fast or anything, but it's been a good way to just connect with a lot of business owners that I wouldn't have known, because a lot of them I just, like there's so many restaurants, I would never have met all of those people in person if I hadn't have done this group.
I love that. Now, hold on. There's one thing that you just said, and that's that people are now contacting you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Hello.
And my business page, because I have the group run by my business page and myself as admins. And so they're reaching out to both our Desert Charm Living business page and my personal account to see who they can get a hold of faster.
That's amazing. So I saw Jamie like nodding like, yes, girl.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I did the same thing. That's why I'm like, yes, girl, because you want to make sure you're link your business page to it too. And I did a giveaway once we hit like 1,500 people. I was like, I'm going to do a giveaway. So then I created a poll and was allowing them to add their favorite restaurants, and the top 2 restaurants, I'm going to get $50 gift cards from both of them and raffle them off. So there's a ton of engagement, because then people are like inviting all their friends to vote for their local restaurant. And so the page is growing faster, and, people are voting. There's engagement. People are reaching out to me. Someone asked me, hey, can you come do an interview on me and highlight my restaurant? I'm like, yeah, of course. So I'm going there tomorrow. So there's just like so many things that you can do to get in front of them,
That's amazing. I love that. Look at both of you just dominating it, and like Arizona, North Carolina, just like getting it.
So, we might not be able to like go out and meet people in person and showcase them and whatnot. But what I was thinking is like, you could simply be like, hey, let's get on a Zoom call. Let's chat. I'll share it on my social media. And then you could share it on your IGTV. You could post it on your YouTube. But I just wanted to share, I hope you guys are utilizing LinkedIn, because I just got a LinkedIn lead. This woman just reached out to me that she's looking for a townhome within the next 10 months. And I have no idea who she is. And like, LinkedIn has been so beneficial for me. Whenever I tell agents about it, they're like, really? It really works? And I'm like, it works if you work. You got to post on it for people to know who you are, though.
That's right. All the social media platforms. So that's like, I get some agents like, oh, are you really on TikTok? Like, are you really getting leads out there?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. When things slow down, I am going to make some TikTok videos.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, now is the time. Like, if you're super bored, you don't know what to do, go learn another social media platform, because guess what? Sure, everybody that might be on there right now, they're like an age range of like 10 to like 35 maybe. But guess what? When those 15-year-olds are 25 in another 10 years, I'm still going to be in the business. I'm not going anywhere. So they're going to remember me, because I was on your For You page, by the way.
I follow like people who are around my age. So I really only see people who are around my age. I think sometimes like some younger people pop up, but there's a lot of people my age on there. Couples with their kids making videos. I mean, I think
what age is that, Stevie?
What?
And what age is that?
I know, she's like, my age.
My age. Girl, you better drop that age. I'm kidding.
I'm in my 30s, and I'm like, I think because we have a little bit more time now, so people have time to make these videos, and this is the time to show up. So there's an agent actually in our area that posts on TikTok all the time, and she had shared that, and she shared a screenshot of it, and this guy was like, hey, I'm looking to buy, and she was like, yeah, I just got my first lead, and like the videos are so silly.
So what's funny is I posted a video on like a little small town, and I had somebody that is in high school of that town. I'm like, Okay, it's fine. Because whenever his parents bring buying a house, he's going to be like, you need to check out Homegirl on TikTok. And that Homegirl is going to be me.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's
okay, so I see, Amanda, when you called the expired, how do you begin the conversation and get them to open up to you? So my conversation, like the intro has not changed. My intro is still, hey, it's Amanda.Knight with Keller Williams Realty. I saw that your home just expired from the multiple listing service, and I was just curious, is your goal still to sell the property? They're going to tell me yes or no. And if they say no, it's usually because of coronavirus, yada, yada, yada. And that's okay. My next question is, well, tell me why you feel that way. And then they go through their spiel and I say, well, did you realize that almost 200 homes just hit the market in the last 24 hours? And they're going to say, no, I didn't realize that. And I'm going to say, well, you know what's even more interesting? That over 300 went under contract in the last 24 hours. They're going to say, oh my God, I had no idea that both buyers and sellers were still out there. And you're going to say, yes, they are. And an even more interesting fact is that over 500 sold in the last 24 hours. So what does that tell you? And they're going to say, both buyers and sellers are still selling and buying, and people are still in the market.
Yeah, boom.
So just like that. Yeah, boom. That's why I didn't set any appointments.
Not happening. Boom. They'd be like,
No, but I mean, it is. So what does it come down to? Even if they're not ready right now, guess what? They're going to look to me as the local market expert to say, damn, she knew her numbers and she could rattle them off right then and there.
And follow up.
That's going to mean something to them.
Send them that handwritten note. Send them the text. Send them the email. Send them the videos.
Yep.
You can touch base with these people 6 to 9 times until they actually convert. So you can't even expect, in this market that they're going to convert on the first call. So
yeah. Absolutely. You're so right. The other one was, hey, Stevie, what content are you putting on LinkedIn?
Okay, so I'm not posting everything that I post on my Instagram because I feel as Instagram's casual, a little bit more personal, and LinkedIn is more business oriented, right? So I will share some things, like all of my listings, under contracts, all of that stuff, market stats, of course, things that are happening in the community, things that I'm doing. But one thing that is different from all the platforms that I'm not posting anywhere else is I am sharing articles. And I don't know if anyone's reading them, but all I know is that I keep showing up every single day on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, and that is my entire business. So and I've gotten my highest listings from LinkedIn. I think don't be so over analytical on your content. Because I talk to so many agents that just overthink everything. And it's just I just keep posting. I just want to keep showing up. I want to keep helping. If I see an article on realtytimes.com, because that's where I go for the articles, and I'm like, this is interesting, this could be beneficial, I'm going to share it. And then the next day, I'm going to share the video that I did. And then the next day, market stats. But if you keep showing up and providing value, I've been doing this for 5 years. I've been posting every day on LinkedIn for 5 years. Who else are they going to think of? Me.
Yeah.
I'll respond for you guys.
You use realty.com?
Oh, realtytimes.com.
And I use engage121.com.
So many. You can just Google. But for me, I'm just I go to realtytimes.com. They got a nice little website, seller articles, buyer articles, articles for real estate agents. It's just easy. Go there.
I like Engage121, and I'm putting it in here too. So you subscribe to them, you tell them what line of business you're in, and then they email you 5 articles every single morning. And then I just pick which of those that I like, and then boom, post it.
Oh, Morgan just followed me on LinkedIn. Hey girl, everyone follow me on LinkedIn. You can see all my content.
Inman News is free for the next 3 months. Oh, that's huge. I didn't know that.
Oh, that's good to know.
Ooh, Jamie coming in with the plug.
Okay, every time Inman has a really good article and I go to click on it and then it's like, sorry, you have to subscribe. And then I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Well, you better go find as many articles in the next 3 months as possible.
Oh, y'all watch out. I'm going to be posting articles on every platform now. But what's awesome about the articles, though, that I've done many, many times is that I've made videos off of them. And what I've even done is, I've copied and pasted the actual content into this app on my iPad. And it's I forget, a projector app or something where it reads the words for you as you're talking and records you at the same time. What's that?
Teleprompter. Oh,
okay. Yes. And so literally I'm not even having to think of the content. I'm like, what's the word? I forget what I say. Projector?
We got you. Don't worry. We got you, girl.
But I feel like we don't have to overcomplicate these things because, like, we're not professional videographers, okay? I'm not a professional speaker, and I'm horrible at writing. And me, like, taking all this content and putting it on paper, I don't even want to spend the time doing that. To me, that sounds horrible. That's not what I enjoy. So I would rather rip this content, put it in this app, read it off, do a video, send it out to everyone, include it in my weekly email, put it on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and call it a day. Like, not over analyzing it, and like quick tips. But most of my the videos is just like things that I'm coming up with. But in the past, I have done that just to get that content out there.
I agree.
What the app is for the I don't even know. I haven't even used it in a while, but I'm sure you could just Google it.
Free teleprompter app. That's it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was free too.
So can I just mention that there is 16 boss babes on here, like girlfriends.
I love y'all.
Talk about like taking our unfair share right now of territory, buckling down, doubling down on our business, investing in ourselves, our business, our clients. Like, this is what it's about. Those that are, high achievers, those are the ones that are going to just thrive right now and not act like anything is going on, right? We're going to still show up, even if it's in my home office. So you're going to put makeup on. I'm still going to get dressed. And, those are going to be the ones that thrive in the next 1 month, 2 months, maybe 6 months, like Stevie says. But guess what? We are still going to be in this together, still going about our business and still making things happen. So I just want to make a shout out to all of us because I love being on this call with you guys every single week. And I think that this is when it is super important for us to pour into each other and make it happen.
Yeah, I'm always so fired up. Like, I'm always like, the day is long and I'm like, oh, I gotta do this call. And then I get off the call and I'm like, these ladies are so awesome. And I talk to a lot of them like all throughout the week. And it's just like, it's just really cool.
Yeah, that's me too. I'm like, let's do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's 7:00 at night. Who wants to buy a house?
It's like almost 8 here.
Who wants to buy a house?
Oh, yeah, I am always fired up. And I think that's really what is so awesome is having other real estate agents that you can just like rely on and call. And I did a Zoom call yesterday with a agent in Tampa, and we would have never got on this Zoom call if what was going on in the world wasn't happening. And I just felt so fired up, like getting off the call with her. It was super motivating. And I just like having like this community that I've been able to attract through social media and make so many new friends of. And I feel like it's helped me out personally, but also in my business. So if y'all ever want to chat or get on a Zoom call and you're needing some pep in your step, because things can be mentally challenging, no matter if there is a world crisis going on. Like, real estate in general can be mentally tough, right? And so, yeah.
Definitely. Well, so before we hop off, everybody put your Instagram name in the chat. I loved Morgan's comment. She said, let's follow everybody, maybe you're already following Stevie and I, but let's support each other. We're in this together, girlfriends. So yeah, let's do this. Put your name in there, and
I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to find everybody. Okay, did anyone else have any other questions?
Yeah. Go into Real Estate on Mine. I'm going to screenshot everybody's IG name.
Oh, okay.
That way. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't keep up.
That's awesome.
All right. So if there's not anything else, I love this tonight. Thanks everybody for being on here and for just showing up. I think that it's more important now than ever. So you guys have a great night, and we'll talk with you guys soon. Go crush it the rest of the week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.